investment and provide credit to different sections of the economy. In India, it is without a doubt that banking sector is one of the crucial and important sector catering to the need of more than a billion people. A well-functioning financial system is fundamental to a modern economy. Hence, it is crucial that banking sector remains healthy. But some recent headlines such as IFSL fiasco and Yes Bank crisis had suggested that this sector is grappling with some challenges which are testing its strength and resilience. Challenging like high stress asset, frauds and polarization has suggested that there is an imminent need to bring structural reform in Indian banking sector. So I have gathered some major problem. Problem number 1. Rising NPAs. NPAs or non-performing assets of PSBs stood at 7.27 trillion rupees as on September 2019. NPA combined with write-off is more severe for PSB than for private banks. Such a huge amount of NPA has limited short-term earning of PSBs and unearthed several red flags. Problem number 2. Frauds. Frauds reported by Scheduled Commercial Bank and select financial institution has been increased from 4,167 crores in financial year 2016-17 to more than 1.13 lakh crores in FY 2020, such as the case of PNB, where a borrower was able to issue fraudulent letter of undertaking worth more than 11,000 crores. Problem 3. Bureaucratization. Another problem faced by the commercial bank is bureaucratization of the banking system. This is indeed the result of nationalism. The smooth functioning of the bank has been hampered by red tapeism, long delays, lack of initiative and failure to take decisions. Problem number 4. Loss in rural banks. One of the major problems is large overdues of farmers in small branches of rural areas, as many of these farmers are still not familiar with the functioning of the banks. Further, government decisions to waive all farmer loans has added in the difficulties of such banks. Problem number 5. Competition from private banks and foreign banks. Well-governed private banks which have significantly leveraged technology have taken big strides, particularly in retail and SMEs finance. As a result, they were able to achieve 20% CAGR for the period 2015 to 19 as compared to a meager 2% achieved by PSBs. This is because of huge NPAs, various restrictions, poor governance and lack of technology. Problem number 6. Political pressure. Nationalized banks often face a lot of difficulties due to various political pressure, both from center and states. It has hampered the smooth functioning of these and resulted in loans without proper due diligence. Apart from nationalized banks, cases of district cooperative banks being owned by politicians and reporting huge losses have emerged. Some of these banks have negative net worth. Problem number 7. Prompt corrective action. Prompt corrective action or PCA is a framework under which banks with weak financial metrics are put under watch by the RBI. The PCA frameworks deem banks as risky if they slip below on certain norms based on 3 parameters: capital ratio, asset quality and profitability. In 2018, 11 PSBs were placed under the PCA, which restricted their lending and deposit capabilities. But even after the imposition of PCA, these banks showed nearly stagnant or marginal recovery. Most of these banks got out only after merger with PSBs or by PSU undertaking. This suggested that banks under PCA should be carefully monitored and policy for them should be laid off in a manner which will enable them to recover on their own. Problem number 8. Helped in decreasing the time taken in resolution process significantly down from 4.3 years in 2015 to 37 days in 2019. However, out of 12 big cases referred to NCLT in early 2017 by the Reserve Bank of India, not even half have been resolved yet. This has forced the government to increase a new limit of 330 days as opposed to 270 days earlier. But the main problem is slow judicial process of India, accompanied by the lack of capacities with the National Company Law Tribunal NCLT. Thank you.